Hi, I'm Lauren Leslie. Welcome to Shell Point today for Wednesday, November 5th. Today, Marge Lee will stop by for another art chat. We'll find out more about the next movie being shown at the Tribby, and we'll hear from the committee for the Employee Christmas Fund Drive. It looks like we have a great lineup today, so don't go anywhere. But first, a quick reminder about tomorrow night's program, all about the arts. Come out to the Tribby tomorrow for an evening with the Poets and Painters. This unique collaboration between the Writers Guild, Painters Guild, and Photo Club showcases original works by Shell Point residents with poets inspired by paintings and painters inspired by poems. The program features live poetry readings by authors, artwork displayed on the big screen, and musical interludes. The result is a captivating dialogue of words and images that reveals fresh perspectives on storytelling and artistry. Following the presentation, enjoy a dessert buffet reception, mingle with the artists and writers, and receive your complimentary 2025 book of poems and paintings. The evening's festivities begin at 7 p.m. in Connie Brown Hall. For free tickets and information, contact the Tribby box office at 239-415-5667. Well, speaking of the arts, this weekend, the Shell Point Film Society invites you to a special Sunday cinema matinee. Join Shell Point's own Hanlon and Lagorce for an exclusive preview of the 2024 film The 6888, starring Kerry Washington and Ebony Obsidian. This is an inspiring, true story of the only all-black, all-female battalion to serve overseas in World War II. It is a celebration of courage, unity, and the power of perseverance. Don't miss this uplifting afternoon at the movies.
Hello, Shell Point. I'm Deborah Lagorce. I'm here with Maddie Hanlon, and we're going to talk about a movie that I know absolutely nothing about. It's called The 6888, and it was made in 2024. I believe we had some trouble getting this film, and I also think we're doing this film because we've had people really requesting it. So, Maddie, educate me now.
Okay. Well, we have another World War II story, and it's a true story. During the war, of course, we had so many soldiers, but soldiers couldn't be wasting their time sorting mail. So they had battalions of women.
Of course. And
put them to work sorting the mail. At one time, there were 7 million pieces of mail piled up in England. One of these groups of women were black battalion.
Right.
And they were the only ones to actually go overseas and do this job. And they got to England and they were presented with all this mail and 3 months to get it cleared out. Being very, not only industrious, but very clever, the first thing the women did was clean up the hovel they were put in. No heat, just filthy old schoolhouse. Of course, they had some arrogant American officers looking down on them and giving them a hard time. They got themselves organized and they created a card file for all of these letters and packages, 7 million cards. And they created that so they could keep track, because not all the soldiers had the same, there might be several soldiers with the same name. What? And they were just trying to find where they were. So get this mail cleared away, and they did it in 3 months. So there was a magazine article about them, and Tyler Perry saw the article and decided to write the story and make the movie.
Well, it's a really good story, because think about what mail actually meant to the soldiers who were fighting.
And also to the people back at home, that this stuff was sitting there and they didn't know if their sons were alive or dead for months. So, it's a great cast, and I think I have everybody written on the wrong page here. Kerry Washington was the captain of the women's group. But one of the other actresses actually got a nomination and an Academy Award as Best Supporting Actress. So that's all about that one. And we had a lot of requests for this.
Yes, well, I knew nothing about it,
Hard to get a hold of because Netflix owns it.
Oh, okay. Well, guys, I think you better get there.
You're right. Now, I have one thing to add at this point. It's not about this movie, but I want to tell people now. Next week, when you're hearing about the 6888, that is the day that there will be a lecture about Vincent van Gogh. It's going to be on the same day as that you get to hear this. So we want to tell you all about it so that you can go hear Carol Johnston's lecture about Vincent van Gogh, which will be the next week's movie. But if you don't get the word now, you will miss it. It's because it's Wednesday morning.
Wednesday morning, the what?
The 12th.
The 12th, okay.
Right, so that's the week before we show Eternityscape.
Okay, well, and it's a good idea.
I just want to give you a heads up for all you artists out there that you're going to want to hear Carol Johnston, because she's got a great story about Vincent van Gogh and his sister-in-law.
Okay, well, it's down. It could be on my calendar.
Right.
The 12th at
10.
At 10 o'clock. Mm-hmm. Good. Well, I'll hope to see everybody there. And in the meantime, on
Don't
Sunday,
miss 6888.
on Sunday, November 9th at 3 p.m. at the Tribby, sounds like a terrific movie. I'm really looking forward to it.
Attention! Soldiers, I am Captain Charity Adams. Welcome to the Women's Army Corps.
Delma, my wife and I have been talking about the problems we are having with the mail and our soldiers' morale.
Mr. President, this assignment has proven to be a logistical nightmare. Even tried the Women's Army Corps.
You mean the White Women's Army Corps?
Well, is there another?
Unspeakable, unspeakable.
Adams, you and the 6AAA Battalion are headed to Europe.
Should you open it?
The Postal Battalion?
They think the only thing we good for is deliver some damn mail.
Would you like to see all the hangars, ma'am?
How many are there?
All of them.
Oh my God. Ladies, we have been ordered to provide hope. The soldiers have not heard from their loved ones, and their loved ones have not heard from them. When there is no mail, there is low morale.
6888 Battalion! Forward march!
They did not send us because they thought we could do it. We are here because they are sure we cannot. We are no strangers to making a shack a home. We are at war, and when you are at war, you make do. Unlike some other folks here, we have the most to prove. Now is where you show the proof. This is our mission. And we will not fail.
And now here's the committee that's putting the Employee Christmas Fund Drive together.
Hello, I'm Jeannie Lindman, and my husband Bob and I are co-chairs of the Employees Christmas Fund. We want to start by saying a big heartfelt thank you for all the residents that have already given to the Employees Fund. Yes, your generosity means so much, and if you haven't had a chance to give yet, there's still time. Contributions will be accepted until November 26th.
Our goal this year is to get as many residents involved as possible. We are right now a little over halfway to that goal. Here at Shell Point, we have over 1,100 employees, and what a blessing they are to each of us every day. We've had a number of employees come up to us since our last TV spot and thanked us for the generosity of what you have done for them in the past. And I know they're looking forward to this gift to help out for their Christmas this year. To give this year, there are 3 easy ways to give. The first one is to write a check and make the check out to Shell Point, and in the memo line, be sure to put Employee Christmas Fund. The second one is new this year. Go on Wellzesta and go to the concierge section and make your donation through Wellzesta. The third one, and I hope this one catches on for next year, that we can go and call the accounting department and set up a gift each month to be billed to our monthly statement. That'll make it a lot easier at the end of the year.
We have all been blessed by our employees, their smiles, their willing to help, their care, and we want to thank you for helping us bless them this Christmas season. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
And God bless.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King.
Hello, Shell Point. John High, your Director of Resident Life, and I want to get your attention about an upcoming concert we have on December 8th. You are going to want to get this on your calendar. You're not going to want to miss it. We have Anthem Lights coming to our campus December 8th, 7 p.m. right here in the Village Church. Now, you're like, who are Anthem Lights? Well, it is an excellent concert that you're not going to want to miss because of their harmonies. It's a great group. I don't think they've been to Southwest Florida in a number of years, and we're going to have our group from Shell Point here. We're going to invite the public. We want 500, 600, 700 people right here in the church for this event. So that's why I'm telling you today that you need to get it on your calendar and get a ticket through the box office for Monday, December 8th. Now, let's check out a little bit of the sounds of Anthem Lights, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. While shepherds kept their watching over silent flocks by night, behold, throughout the heavens there shone a holy light. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. The shepherds feared and trembled when low above the earth rang out the angel chorus that hailed our Savior's birth. That hailed our Savior's birth. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Down in a lonely manger, our humble Christ was born, and God sent us salvation that blessed Christmas morn. That blessed Christmas morn. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. That Jesus Christ is born. That Jesus Christ is born.
Was I right or was I right? This is a concert you're not going to want to miss. We're going to kick off our Christmas season with this holiday concert with Anthem Lights, Monday, December 8th, 7 p.m. right here at the Village Church. But you get your tickets through the Tribby box office. All right. So once again, let's get these tickets out. We're going to sell them to all kinds of people in Southwest Florida. We will see you here.
And now Marge Lee is here with today's Art Chat.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Art Chat. I'm Marge Lee, and today we are in Trivia Art Center at the Minute Masterpieces exhibition. Now, this is quite an unusual exhibition. You're going to have a lot of fun here, and we're going to talk to Julie McGowan about what this is all about. Let's go talk with Julie now. Hey, Julie, welcome to Art Chat.
Well, thank you for having me.
And welcome to Trivia Art Center.
Fabulous art center.
Well, tell us all about what we're looking at here. What's all this miniature artwork about?
Okay, miniature art actually began millennia ago, but the current art that we're talking about is art that has to do with having people who are looking at very, very beautiful subjects, but from a very, very small perspective.
Okay.
So all of the miniature art cannot be larger than a footprint of 5 by 5 or 4 by, so a maximum of 25 inches.
Okay.
It has to be beautifully framed.
Okay.
Each of the subjects within the paintings cannot be larger than 1/6 the actual size. So for instance, if it's a head, it can't be larger than 1.5 inches.
That's pretty small.
It's very small. And we all have special setups on how we paint.
Okay.
But it's lots of fun. This is a joint show between the Tribby and the Miniature Art Society of Florida, which just celebrated its 50th anniversary, its golden anniversary, as one of the 3 still existing art societies and miniature art societies in the country.
And this show is representing the work of 39 different artists.
It's representing the work of 39 different artists.
Well, let's talk about a couple of the paintings.
Okay.
And people will notice that I'm holding a magnifying glass. This is a very fun show because in order to see the details, we use magnifying glasses, which we have throughout the gallery. So let's talk about this work in particular.
Okay, well, before I just talk about this one, I'd like to say this particular wall is very special because it contains works by Wes Segrist and his wife, Rochelle.
Okay.
And they are sort of the grand representatives of miniature art in this country.
Okay.
They give a lot of workshops. They have been painting for years and years and years, have written books about miniature art, and their works are always considered, some of the best in any show that they participate in. So I'm going to start with the Rochelle Segrist work, which is actually, the title is Admiring Bastien Lepage's The Wood Gatherers. So you can see a woman who is looking at this beautiful painting, but there are other paintings around, so you can see it's in a gallery. Well, this is actually a self-portrait, but it's Rochelle from behind. But what makes this work so unique is the way the lines are drawn and the perspective. And it's very unusual because with miniature artists, you tend to have your own style. But what she has done here is she has taken styles from various artists and recreated their own paintings.
Amazing.
And those are the ones that she is looking at.
That is amazing. Now let's talk about her husband.
Okay.
Beautiful little work up here.
Wes is primarily known for his bird paintings, but this is unusual because it is a farm scene. Now, when you do landscapes, the 1/6 rule doesn't necessarily apply because, you aren't going to get on top of a landscape for less than 1/6.
Right. Now, explain again what the 1/6 rule is.
The 1/6 rule is that the subject matter cannot be any larger than 1/6 actual size.
Okay.
So, for instance, if you're doing a head, it can't be any larger than 1.5 inches.
Got it. Okay.
So, with this landscape, not only does he have all of the values that you want, his composition is absolutely beautiful.
And everybody asks, Julie, How do you do this work? Because you're one of these artists yourself. You're working with tiny little brushes and magnifying glasses?
Yes. Most of us will, if we're working in the studio, we will have a table set up, and we will have a something on the table that will hold a magnifier. You're not
Okay.
holding a magnifier and trying
to,
Yeah. And the one that I have is a large magnifier, and it has lights going around, so you can turn it on, turn it off. And then I also have a turntable behind, so that I put my actual substrate, whether I'm using, paper or
canvas,
vellum or
yeah,
whatever. So I put it on that turntable, and then if I want to paint something that is a little bit difficult to, like a line, instead of going up with your hand, you want to go, you want a straight line, but you need to brace it against something. You can turn it on the turntable and then
Oh,
go down.
fascinating, fascinating. So, Julie, this work is astonishing to me. It looks like a photograph, but it's not. It's a painting. Talk about this.
Okay, this work is by Judy Lalingo, and actually Judy Lalingo won the Best Horse Award. It was a signature award in last year's MASF show. To get the fine detail, when you saw the Segrist works, those were in watercolors. This is in acrylic, which a lot of miniature artists who do the very fine detailed work will usually use acrylics. Judy has studied horse anatomy. The one that won last year was it's a full-sized horse. And what she does, she is able, in a lot of her paintings, to put a very beautiful scene behind, like if you notice the waves behind. But then you tend to focus in on the horse, and you're able to get all of the detail of the two. These two are absolutely exquisite. That one is just a single horse, but again, you have the water scene, the horse standing on the beach. So she does other subjects, but her horses are unbelievable.
The detail is, I mean, when I first looked at this, I thought, surely that's a photograph, but it's not. The detail is phenomenal. Now, I want to also spend some time talking about your body of work in this exhibition, because you are a very fine artist yourself. So let's go have a look at that right now.
Okay, thank you.
So Julie, here we are in front of your body of work, which was exquisite. Tell us a little bit about what we're looking at here.
Okay, well, these are all paintings that are outside. This one, for instance, I had seen a man just sitting, contemplating, and that was the background for that. Of course, when you look at Niagara Falls, or even when you look at something like a Florida scene with the sun, that's something you want to capture on canvas. This particular work is very special to me because I don't usually base works on photographs. But I spent time in England in 1965, and I had taken a number of pictures. This was around the Cotswold, and I was just going through photographs, very old photographs, and I saw that, and I said, I want to paint that. So that's how this one started. And the scene itself, with the fencing, you've got the linear ability, and then, I just love the windmill in the background that just sort of adds.
Beautiful detail, beautiful detail. And you were saying something very interesting about this work as well.
Okay, this work was done on site. It was part of a plein air invitational painting trip. It was a 1 week in the Adirondacks by the publishers. It was part of the Publishers Invitational. And this was actually the last day of the week, and we were sitting to get to this. This is High Falls. It's about 10 miles south of Canada. And to get there, what you have to do is you have to walk a mile down. It wasn't a cliff. I mean, there were steps, but it was really dangerous steps. Wooden steps were falling apart. And so we walked down. I had my backpack on. Obviously, I mentioned how I paint, but I didn't take the table. So when I do something on site that is a plein air piece, I wear magnifying glasses.
Oh my gosh.
Which look kind of funny, but they're sort of like jeweler's glasses. But this piece, I spent about 7 hours sitting, painting it. And it's called High Falls Cloud because this cloud right at the top had come over and sat right on top of High Falls right as I was packing everything up. And I said, I have to
do
get
the
that
cloud.
So I got the cloud and then packed up. And if you notice in terms of fine art, miniature art, all of the detail in here with the rocks and the multiple waterfalls and things like that.
Minute Masterpieces is here in Trivia Art Center through January 17. Julie McGowan, President of the Society, thank you so much for being here with us. Make sure y'all come in and see this exhibition. It also features some very interesting urbanscapes by Al Chalosky. You will use a magnifying glass, a little flashlight, and have a whole lot of fun. We'll see you again soon at Trivia Art Center.
Don't forget, you can always catch the birthdays, anniversaries, memorials, and other announcements on Channel 12, where you will also find hours of additional Shell Point programming every day. Today we have a fitness session at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 6 p.m., a rebroadcast of the resident quarterly meeting at 10 a.m., 2 p.m., and 8 p.m., part 3 of a presentation titled The Story of India at 11:30 a.m., a program titled Smog of the Sea at 3:30 p.m., and a presentation about Pinterest airs at 7 p.m. All of this, of course, you can catch right here on Channel 12. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Come on back tomorrow for more news and fun here on Shell Point Today. Until then, we hope you stay well, stay happy, and enjoy your Wednesday.